now we turn our focus to growth opportunities at a global scale for middle-income earners and businesses. This comes amid tough economic times that require a new normal in investing and growth. Founder and CEO at Pearson and Cabot, Mark Pearson, joins us for this conversation. Thank you so much for your time, Mark. At least we are talking about opportunities. That's optimistic. Where does one start, especially with a world economy that is precarious?
Yeah, I think that the main thing that individuals and businesses are looking at is every country has been affected, unfortunately, by COVID. And really individuals and business leaders are looking at, well, which countries are able to stimulate their economies and come out of these problems quicker. This seems to be where most people are looking for opportunities. People are looking to de-risk currency. And with people generally being much more global thinking, we're seeing a lot more opportunities internationally.
Speaking of those opportunities, what are the current trends? Because diversification and investing offshore is, of course, the new buzz.
Yeah, I mean, look, as soon as there's concern in the market, people go back to the safe havens, as it were, or the safe spaces, the places they're the most comfortable with, which tends to be dollars, pounds, and property assets, bonds, and that kind of thing. Obviously, investing, the major funds are really all pushing into UK property investment, and that's where we're seing a lot of people go to.
Are we still seeing that UK property boom? And I really ask this because of the worsening situation when it comes to the UK economy. Where would the benefits be, and maybe those opportunities that we may not be seeing with the naked eye?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all economies, as I said before, are struggling a little. I think most people are looking at, well, which ones are going to come out the strongest. The different governments are playing the recovery in different ways. The UK are looking much more, whether you agree with it or not, they're sort of pulling the plaster off quickly and going through a little bit of pain now to benefit in the next 6-12 months' time. So there's certainly opportunities for international investors. While in the UK, interest rates are a little bit higher. There's also the government have stimulated the property market, which is what's brought people in. They've removed several taxes that were sort of at the start of purchasing UK assets. So that's given investors a resurgence, really, a confidence that even if interest rates went up, they'd certainly be saving much more than that on the tax savings at the front end. And that's why we're seeing people sort of really pushing back into the market.
Lastly, currencies come into play, and at this stage, looking at the rand-dollar exchange rate, it's not encouraging. So what are the risks there?
Yeah, I mean, the dollar's strong over every currency at the moment. If you look at dollar against euro, dollar against pound, the dollar's strong. Whether that'll continue is probably a different question. I think what it allows is, as a South African, really, the question is, will the rand perform, or will South Africa perform quicker than the US, UK, or whatever country that you're looking at to invest in? And that's really the question. It's a question of, well, which economy for you do you believe is going to perform the best over the next couple of years or 5 years or whatever your strategy is, and then putting your money into those countries. So with all of these things, it's creating huge amounts of opportunities for people who are able to look at them. Most of the major asset holders in the UK and the US were able to build their portfolios during times where people were a little bit nervy. Yeah. So these times always throw up opportunities.
Thank you for your insights. Mark Pearson is the CEO at Pearson and Cabot, talking to us about existing opportunities in the world economy where investing offshore is still an option. That's